shit. Nicholas K. Motherfuckers better know. This motherfucker hold his heat right, baby. All these motherfuckers better know.
When I started doing animation, the first thing I ever animated was, I called it Office Space. It was Milton and what became Lumbergh in the movie. Milton, when I did the animated one, was loosely based on my first engineering job. There was this guy, he's kind of an odd guy. If I recall, he had a mail-order bride from, I think, the Philippines, and he launched into this thing about how he was going to quit because they moved his desk 3 times. I just recorded a monologue of myself doing Milton, the thing about moving the desk, and I animated that, and that became my first short.
Yeah, that would be terrific. Well,
when Gary Cole came in and read, that was a good day, because I was on the fence about making the movie. He came in and read, and I was just like, oh my God, if nothing else, if I get this guy on camera doing that character, I was really happy with the cast I got.
My Lumbergh was based on a rip-off of the cartoon, which basically was a rip-off of Mike Judge. So I went in and did my greatest, attempt at an imitation of Mike Judge.
At that time there was a lot of people doing films and stuff with an Indian character or a Middle Eastern character or a guy from there. And we talked a little bit about how it was important to make Samir really specific. So we talked about Jordan. She's this because, she's like, oh, she's the star. And then, she brings us up to her. We come with her, but she didn't approach it like that. She approached it like we were all very dignified, hardcore players.
Oh, I love being part of an ensemble. I love it. There's so much to play off of, and especially this movie, the characters are so bizarre and distinct and fun.
What do you think of a person who only does the bare minimum?
Amazing, amazing timing. And it's the kind of timing, Mary Tyler Moore, too. It's the kind of timing where it's not real
His contradictions are inherent in the way he plays, you know what I mean? He's always playing this but that.
Anyway, let's get down to business, Michael.
You can just call me Mike.
All his backbone, all his convictions, just out the window. Out the window. He's just got to eat it all.
I told those fudge packers I like Michael Bolton's music.
I never thought of him as a nerd. I really focused on his anger.
PC load letter? What the fuck does that mean?
Every time that the Case of the Mondays woman would walk by, I'd be giving her the finger and stuff like that. And
Well, just a second there, Professor. We fixed the glitch.
He can be intimidating because he's always and that really worked for those scenes. When he says he loves Michael Bolton, you don't want to rain on his parade.
I love his music. I do. I'm a Michael Bolton fan. I celebrate the guy's entire catalog.
God, there's probably endless footage of him talking about, Bolton's softball videos and Bolton's this, and he just goes, yeah, I celebrate the whole catalog.
Have you had a chance to pick up the opera album yet? Stunning. Yeah. Very emotional. I dare you to listen to that song and not cry. And not cry. Not gonna happen.
Could I let you all in on a crazy thing? I love Michael Bolton so much that a couple of years ago when the How to Hit for Power of Softball video came out, I snagged it. I love the haircut. I love the way he's taken his career. I'm gonna say something right now, and I mean every syllable of it. I think he's one of the most significant performers on the planet, outright.
He's the man.
It's out of sight.
The thing that's funny is McGinley actually talks like that. He'll say, I celebrate. He came back a second time to read with the other guy, and he was just like, let's fucking shoot this thing. Come on, let's do it. Yeah, give me the part. And he was on the plane flying down to Austin. He's like, I can hardly wait to get down there and just beat the shit out of those little punks. They're talking about the David Herman and talking about doing the scene, and he's just, he's one of those actors that just can't wait for the camera to roll. He just wants to go do it.
There's an element of danger that's why Oliver Stone, I think, just utilized McGinley so much.
What would you say you do here?
He's got a living snake up his ass. He's got a living snake. He's just charged.
Yeah, that little thing, we noticed that, when we were editing, we were very careful to put that little thing he does in there. He's just got all this anger and he's trying to control it.
The pleasure's all on this side of the table, trust me.
Hey, Peter, man! Check out Channel 9, check out this chick!
It's kind of scary when I think, you know, a lot of these guys I found at the last second.
You used to be addicted to crack?
Yeah.
Make sure you wear rubber, dude. Rubber, dude.
We always like to avoid confrontation whenever possible.
I'm very sorry. I do not know anything about any money laundering.
Did you get that memo? All right, Peter. Seems to be working now.
Kick someone's ass or become someone's bitch.
Wow, that's messed up.
I was late again. I was early.
Milton. Atmosphere and the attitude.
Mike has what you call "fuck you" money, right? So it's like when they say, "No, listen, we want you. You really have to change that." He has the ability to say, "Fuck you, I'm not going to do that."
I think Mike would have done it without the money too. That's what makes Mike badass, and that he should continue to do that. He's sitting on so much good material right now that if he sprung on anyone, I mean, like what he's actually holding back right now, you know, most comedic directors would just be destroyed and like writhing on the ground. The dude has tons of back files of stuff that will keep you in stitches for like, you know, years on end. I've seen what Mike collects. You know, his like private video file is like, oh, you can't bust him out. He's mad funny.
The Lumberg thing was sort of my shtick for a while. I used to do that to our guitar player. He had injured his wrist or something, and so he was always asking me to help him carry his amp, and I would just always do this, yeah. I always love the passive-aggressive yeah that means no, where you know, someone asks you for something, you yeah.
Mike tends to write the way that people spontaneously talk, and so it seems like they're spontaneously talking.
I was actually writing, yeah.
Maybe another yeah here and maybe a
Yeah. Well, I'm just not sure about that right now.
I know Dave Herman put in the ass clown phrase.
Do you know how that got coined? I mean, because he couldn't say no talent. He couldn't say Michael Bolton was a no...
We can't call him a no-singing...
No talent...
asshole.
Non-singing asshole.
And the night before, I was out on a date with the woman who would someday become my ex-wife, and she had used the word ass clown out of nowhere. Because I was, you know, this was had just recently happened, I was like, how about ass clown? And we just kind of fitted. In fact, I remember there being a moment where they were looking to try to get a PG-13, and I was like, no way! You know, I was like, no way. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna curse up a blue streak in this movie.
The fuck does that mean?
Piece of shit!
Come on, you little fucker, let's go!
The fuck is that?
Listen, asshole, nobody hangs up on me.
This is a fuck!
Become someone's bitch.
You guys can both eat my ass, okay?
But then they switched from the swing line to the
I
bottom.
wanted it to be a bright enough color that it would stand out, that you would notice it. Swingline didn't make red staplers, so art department painted it.
They had 4 for the film. They burned one up, one for my desk, couple of backups. I stole a backup, so I've got one.
I guess Swingline, people kept calling in Swingline to try to order red staplers, and they say we don't make them, and they'd say, what about the one in the movie? And then people were selling these bootleg Swingline red staplers on eBay and making a lot of money, and so Swingline started making one, and now it's their top-selling stapler.
It's not just my office that speaks in office space speak. It's the entire office plaza, or it's very different. It's like they feel like they found this movie and nobody else knows about it. And it's like, oh my God, this is. I mean, nothing feels better than that. That you're actually mirroring someone's life like that.
Fucking A. Fucking A.